आंखें तेरी मेरी सांसों के चिराग, तू नहीं है अब यादें बेशुमार, कैसे करूं ये बयां क्या हाल है।
Hello, my name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now, you'll notice on my board is the model that we ended up with last video. And we'll have just a little review because these are all kind of tied together, but this will be a little bit different when we get around to our subject for today. And our other video was what happens when you change the way you look at things. And the answer? They physically change. The way you perceive physically changes your world. Oh, we're having a little Japanese fusion tea. What am I trying to say? It's a fusion between black and green and cherries. Again, from the tea lady at the Eastern Market here in Detroit, Mary. Oh, now, just as a review, and I'm going to skip through a lot of stuff. So outside of you is everything, and everything is infinite, and consciousness is fundamental. It's all consciousness. Your senses pick up information from this energy field, and from that information you filter it through your perceptual filter and create your world. And basically what we found, if you change your filter, heal your past, let go of what you don't need, this part of you, consciousness, and your world come closer and closer together until all is unity. So this is, you might call it unity consciousness. And in a moment, we'll change this to what we're going to talk about today. And we're back. Now, this board, I filled it up with a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm going to have to explain it as best I can. This is going to be quite controversial. So if you have any questions, do put them down below. If you are interested in this approach, do subscribe. And let me go through what we're going to talk about today. Is it easy to remember your first sexual encounter? What an interesting subject. But there is one word that we're going to spend most of our time with, and it is memory. What is a memory? So remembrance, a remembrance is recalling a memory. Now in the egoic world, in that thought process, when you recall a memory, you are recalling an event. No, you're not recalling an event. Your memory is your unique interpretation of an event. Now I'm going to separate these. The event is one thing. Your interpretation of the event through your belief system and memories of the past and life experiences, these are different. They're not the same. The event and your memory of the event are never the same. Period. You can talk about that all you want, and I'll be glad to talk about it with you. But they're different. Events and interpretations of the event, two different things. So on our diagram, again, because all we have outside of us is energy, infinite energy, and I called it consciousness. Now, some people might say, well, you can't prove that. There's more proof that consciousness is fundamental than there is now that space-time is fundamental. A lot of changes. You have to keep up on it, but that is the way it is right now. Now, over here, from this energy system, that's why you have to look at the last video. We have input from our senses that do look at this outside energy system. Now, I divided this into two diagrams. The top diagram is the one I use, and it's called the standard model for the illusion. This one down here is what science says is the most current understanding of memories, and it's called Memory Consolidation. Oh, and it is deep, and it has many assumptions, and everybody is excited about this, understanding what memories are through memory consolidation. So you see that I put this black box around it. And on this one here, I put a black box around the standard model for the illusion. I don't want to get entangled with what this black box is in either case right now. Now, what comes out? Output. What comes out of these two approaches to understanding memories? In the standard model for the illusion, we develop a memory that we store in the subconscious mind. We have no idea where that is. So the storage place for the memory, unknown in this model. Now, in memory consolidation, the output memory has a specific, very physical location. These are the memory is connected neurons at their synapses, connected neuron circuits. They come together and they kind of stick like little patterns, or patterns. Where are they located? In the cerebral cortex. Very specific place. You can do a MRI or other scanning mechanisms and find those locations. Now here's the point. I made this point in other things when I visit other sites. And it's this. You have a physical location, very precise, according to this model. Very precise. You can find it. You can look at it. Never found a memory. Never found a memory. A pattern. The circuits. We say they're supposed to be there. They're all connected through the synapses. They all hang together as a pattern. And when recalled, we don't know how they do that. But it has to do with the limbic system, or that's the theory. So the limbic system signals this connection, this pattern in the neocortex. Can't find it. It's not a physical thing. Can't find it. Now here's the point. We have thousands, trillions of memories. Trillions of memories. The older you get, like me, the more memories you will have. Where are they? It ought to be easy to find a cloud of memories, of neurons sticking together and forming patterns in the neocortex. Can't find them. We can't isolate them. Now, when you get neurons that are together, like when the memory is activated, you get patterns, electronic patterns in the head. You can find those. But when the memory is not active, when it is not having these patterns, can't find it. Either the patterns disappear, because when you got neurons don't stay together. Dendrites and axions, they don't stay together in the brain. The axions, that little axion moves around to where it finds information. It doesn't stay together. So the patterns drift away over time. That's my interpretation. Now the other thing is, the brain, which is very smart, also has another process that it uses quite a bit. And it's called pruning and trimming. And when a particular axion and dendrite is no longer passing information, trims it out. Don't need it. Why? No information. So now they say they have these circuits that are put together. But if they're not active, they disappear. They're not there. The brain clips them out, makes room for new memories. So we have in this, we're saying these patterns stay together for decades. For instance, your first sexual encounter. At my age, that was a while ago. And yet, the memory's there. And yet, the memory's there. Where was it before I activated it? Where can you find it? In the patterns in the neocortex. There's another something we don't understand about this. Now, the black box is so interesting. And when you go to a lecture or a YouTube study on it, it'll blow your mind. Just the language. And in some cases, there's an old word that may be helpful to get the idea that at least I get. Bombastic. I don't understand it. It's something that is not that easy. Now, the standard model, easy. You got stuff going in, you filter it, as the last video showed, and you get a memory output. That's an assumption. We don't know where it's located. We don't know where the subconscious mind is. And there's something empowering in saying, I don't know. We have to look further. And that's what I do. And unfortunately, they're stuck with this model because they're sure it is giving them all the answers that meet their expectations. My expectation? Memory's not stored in the brain. The memory is not stored in the brain. How can that be? Well, let's think about that for a minute. Right now, we have a working model on our computer. When I go to the computer, many times I put a code in and I bring up a file. And I can work on it, I can play with it, and I can restore it and save it. And sometimes that file is not on the computer. Where's it stored? In the cloud. Where's the memory stored? Can't find it here. Thousands and thousands and thousands of memories. You can't find it there. Where's it stored? Consciousness. And when I put the right code in, it comes back. Oh, we have much to think about here in the illusion. I look forward to seeing you next time. This is all an illusion. Nothing is really real. This isn't real. This isn't real. Consciousness is real. It's fundamental. Look forward to seeing you next time here in the illusion. Bye now.